Welcome back to Spoopy Month. Let's talk about the funny lad known as the Changeling. The Changeling, both in Warhammer Fantasy, Age of Sigmar, and in 40k, is a shape-shifting, trolling bastard. And its sole existence is just to get a laugh. Now, aside being a demon of Tzeentch and being a powerful magic user or psyker, the Changeling's main ability is in its name. It can shapeshift. But not just shapeshifting into that person's form, but gains their memories and everything they know. Which means, yes, it can shapeshift into Scarbrand if it wants to. Takes a whole lot of magic and warp power, but hey, it can do it. And if turning into Khorne's exiled but greatest bloodthirster doesn't spook you enough, let's just say this guy has caused so many issues within the Warhammer universe. Yeah, there was that time he cut a lock of Slaaneish's hair and put a bunch of Nurglings on Khorne's throne so that when he sat down there was a noticeable brown spot, and tricked a demon of Nurgle into burning half the garden of Nurgle to the ground. It did a lot in 40k. Like, disguised itself as the Dark Angel's second company captain and convinced the chapter master of the Dark Angels to, launch an Exterminatus campaign against Fenris and the Space Wolves. Because, looky, chapter master, they got Wolfen, which are mutants, which is heresy. Only for that plan to fail because he was ratted out by the Watchers in the Dark. Those little hooded guys you see with Deathwing Knight models and such. There was also the time he tried to fuck with Farsight. Now that plan didn't succeed either, but even the Tau aren't safe from this guy. There was also a time where a planetary governor made a deal with the Changeling, and the Changeling handed him a special device and said, "Press it when you know you're in danger." In exchange, the Changeling got the governor's daughter. Good sacrifice she was for the powers of chaos, but as well, that gift that the Changeling gave that planetary governor, it was a homing beacon for the Raven Wing of the Dark Angels that the Changeling stole months earlier. It took the form of Lord Solar Macarius, who was the Lord Solar before Leontis. And right before Macarius gave the order to invade a planet called Gorgana, the Changeling said, "Nah, we're retreating." So imagine the Imperial Guard's abject confusion when they get two different orders from the same person. Made it real easy to kill those guardsmen. In Warhammer Fantasy, turns out it likes hanging out with the halflings. Or at least, in general, in the moot area of Warhammer Fantasy. It's really fun to play him in Total War Warhammer 3. Also, if you want to see my content early or see exclusive content, go subscribe to the Patreon. And I'm currently working on Need to Know Abaddon the Despoiler.